Punjab and Haryana High Court has quashed the law that was passed by the Haryana Assembly earlier, providing 75% quota in the private sector. It was controversial at the time. It provided 75% employment to local candidates with salaries less than 30,000 a month. Let's go across to Ghazali now for more. Ghazali, give us more details of what the court has said.
See, this was a plea which was filed by the Industrial Association of Gurgaon, and their main grievance was that this son of soil concept of the policy which the Haryana government wanted to create reservation in private sector was actually an infringement of the constitutional rights of the employers, because private sector jobs are purely based on the skills and the analytical blend of mind of the employees who are citizen of India. So it was also alleged in the petition that the act is an attempt to introduce a domicile methodology to get a job in the private sector rather than on the basis of their educational skills and mental IQ, which will create a chaos in the current industrial employment structure for the industries in Haryana. So the High Court, Punjab and Haryana High Court, has quashed this entire law which was introduced by the JJP government, and particularly it was the brainchild of the Dushyant Chautala-led Jan-Nayak Janata Party, and they wanted to score some brownie points. So it has been a big setback for the JJP as well as the Haryana government here, because Haryana goes to polls next year right after the Lok Sabha elections. So since the High Court has struck the entire law down now, it will have to be seen that whether the government will again challenge it, because even initially when this bill was introduced in the assembly, it was the JJP which was taking credit for it, and there were some voice of dissent from within the BJP as well. So BJP had never come out openly supporting this law. Now we will have to see whether there will be some legal recourse adopted by the government, whether the government will go for challenging this judgment of the High Court, and whether they will again approach the Supreme Court or another bench of the High Court to reconsider this decision.
Right, Ghazali. In fact, this case has been going on and on. It went to it was stayed by the High Court initially. It went to the Supreme Court, which removed the stay, but asked the High Court to decide on this matter expeditiously, given that there's so much at stake. And this also one needs to point out about how Gurugram next to Delhi is a place where a lot of multinational companies, a lot of various businesses have also come there. So many were concerned what the implications would be on such companies and industry.
See, the government had always argued that the law merely makes geographical classification, which is permitted under the Constitution, and it is to protect the right to life and livelihood of people domiciled in the state, and to protect their health, living condition, and their right to employment. But the industrial bodies of Haryana time and again have raised their objection to this law, and multiple meetings happened between Deputy Chief Minister Dushyant Chautala and the representatives of the industrial bodies of Haryana since this law was passed in the Haryana Assembly. But there were always resentment towards this law, and that is why now it is really a big setback for the Haryana government, because this was also being seen as one of the tools to bring back the Jat vote bank to JJP, towards the JJP, which has sort of gone astray after the farmers' agitation, because we had seen that how JJP is in alliances with the BJP in the government, and they had backed the laws initially before this entire protest went on for more than a year or so. So this is certainly a big setback, and now we'll have to see that how the government again moves ahead, whether to reintroduce the law or to challenge it in the Supreme Court as well.